This is Chris Cummins, and you join me in a field in Flanders, in Belgium, near the French border, where some of the fiercest fighting of World War I took place. That conflict that began 100 years ago and cost the lives worldwide of 10 million people and ruined the lives of many millions more. Now I'm in a former trench. It's basically a sliver of mud. It's been preserved ever since that time, and you get some feeling of the misery of the time then, because it's dank and it's dark, and you can see the shrapnel wounds on the destroyed trees around me, and also you can still see the holes in the ground made by the shells that terrified the men cowering down here. I've come here to try and get a grasp of what this conflict meant, and I'm taking a trip around this area with a man called Jacques Rijkenbosch. He's a Flemish local who's been studying the war for half a century.
In a matter of speaking, every day we're confronted with that war. Like last week, 2 people were killed by a shell. Farmers still find an average of 150 tons of First World War ammunition each year. We still bury a lot of soldiers of the First World War.
In this programme, we'll be getting a feel of the horror of those times, including visiting the site of the world's first gas attack.
It is a horrible death. Chlorine attacks your eyes, it blinds, it attacks your throat, but much worse. It transforms your lung tissue into liquid. You drown in your own body liquids.
And we'll be talking about why it's important to look back on events that took place a full 100 years ago. The men at the time consoled themselves with the idea it was a war to end all wars, that somehow justified their suffering. And I'm afraid that's become a bit of a bitter joke.
The war to end all wars, and it's still going on. It's a tragedy, it's a human tragedy.
So all of that coming up from this Saturday reality check special from Flanders.